Hi everyone, I wanted to present another idea, but this time address some issues at the K-1 level. That would be simple and quick that you could do with your class as a digital learning experience. I think you could share this out as a video and challenge students to come up with as many possible answers as they can. And then there are a variety of ways in which they could submit this to you. This is called Same But Different Math, and it's one that I stumbled upon as a routine I got from one of my NCTM resources, high yield routines called Alike and I think Different. But this has a whole bunch of stuff, so I included the link on here so you could go check it out yourself. This one is probably a kindergarten. It's early numeracy, but I think it's appropriate in first grade as well. And I hope that you will too by the end of the video. So all I did was put a simple slideshow together that I would share in a video without my face, explaining why I went about doing this with kids. And so all I really want them to do is look at a picture and see if they can come up with at least 5 different ideas for either how they're the same or how they're different. It doesn't have to be 5 same, 5 different. It could be 2 same, 3 different, whatever they could come up with. There's really no right or wrong answers. And maybe they can come up with more than 5, but I think 5 is a reasonable amount for that level. So here's the picture. And what I want kids to do is, think about it. Look at it. What do you see? What do you notice? What do you wonder? I guess they could ask you a question. But really, I just want them to generate a list. And they can have a family member, or if they can write themselves, they can write it for themselves on a doc. And so here they would list their combinations. So I'm just going to move my head again. And things that I thought of just off the top of my head is they both have beads. They both have blue and yellow beads. Would be for how they're the same. They both represent the number 6. For different, I think you can argue that one looks like a combination of 3 and 3, and another looks like a combination of 5 and 1. But they are both the same, where both pictures have 5 blue beads and 1 yellow bead. One shows another reason for different. One shows 2 parts, and one shows maybe a total or them together for the number of 6. I mean, really, the possibilities are endless. And then I would ask kids to submit their thinking to me. And depending on your kids and the supports at their home, there's a variety of ways. One, just a simple email from a family member to you with their ideas. Two, I got this from Sally, shared out at Bosquen. If you have an iPhone or iPad, you actually have a scanner that you can use. So maybe scan it or take a picture if you don't have those and then attach it in an email. So here's an image I found off the web for how you could do that. Or if you're doing a Google Meet with your class in small group setting, have them be ready to share that with you during that Google Meet. And maybe if they didn't get 5 ideas by the end, think of all the ideas that maybe you could get with your small groups. I hope you find this to be a valuable resource, and why I think it really impacts the learning that could happen when we come back or next year is for this simple reason. If you go back to these pictures that I showed in this slide, it's strategic. We want to think of 6 and decompose 6 in different ways. So here we have 2 groups of 3, and here we have one group together with 5 and 1. And where I was thinking the future impact would be is, well, in first grade, I'm going to be working on adding above 10 for within 20, and then I'm going to go to hundreds. And then in second grade, we really want our kids to know how to do this and be flexible with their thinking. So here's a problem: 7 plus 6. And if you notice, the 6 right here looks just like that 5 and 1. Well, if I am working on my make 10 strategy and I know this is 7 and I know that this is 6, when I put it together, I can count, but we don't want them to count. We want them to say 7 plus 6 is 13, because I see 10. If you want to look this way, I have 5 and 5 is 10 and 3 more, 13. Or we can get kids to think, hey, 7 is close to 10. it's 3 away. What if I bring 3 over and make a 10? I have to take 3, and now look at that picture that we just have. I have 3 and 3, 2 and 1, just like that first picture in that same and different. Move it over, and this is a different way of decomposing, recomposing, or breaking apart. Give 3, take 3, for 10 and 3 or 13, seeing it in a different way. So that one picture that you're going to do as a fun routine can really be very impactful later on when they're back in the classroom with you. So I hope you had a great weekend, got to get outside and enjoy that nice weather. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm always here to help provide ideas for your virtual learning experience. Bye.